It's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Love wonderful.
Now, Greg, I see you've started recording there. Anthony has given me a mouth-wetting lozenge.
Yeah.
I don't know where he found this, what it's for. It literally says on the thing, mouth-watering increaser.
Dripping out of your mouth.
It's I've never had this much water in my mouth.
It's crazy.
This must be for people who don't make spit.
People don't make spit?
Why would Anthony
albinos.
have that?
Really?
No, not albinos.
No, I don't know.
Thoroughbred.
Now, somebody edit that out.
Tough for you to lie.
No, albinos
because I
have a lot
take
of
everything
problems.
you
That's
say
not one
as
of them.
being true.
Anyway, God, this is too wet.
Right? Yeah,
it's too wet. At first
That's
it was
the
wonderful.
problem.
Jeez,
Yes.
this is unpleasant.
It gets too wet, and wait till you're done with it. Your mouth is like an ocean.
Oh, boy.
It's good for if you're eating pussy, you know. Not to sound dirty. But it'll keep your mouth wet. It'll keep her wet.
No. Hey, listen. That's not dirty.
That's
man.
not dirty.
To be
It's not
dirty. You're not
dirty.
being dirty.
That's
but
not
when
dirty.
you're down
No.
there, lip deep in a nice snatch.
Nippy dippy.
Tushy.
Now,
They teach you that in biology class.
What?
they teach you to
Yes,
call
they
pussy
go-
tushy.
Yeah.
The audio is so bad today, guys.
You should have warned me
What?
that this would ruin. At first, I thought this was revolutionary mouth-wetting science.
It gets weird.
But this is intense.
Yeah,
man.
it's very intense.
Oh, man.
I don't know what he's given to me. But let me introduce the podcast. This is the Rad Dudecast, episode 121, I believe. Anthony has an iPad open and is watching a basketball game.
You gotta shut that.
He's literally watching the Warriors on his iPad while we're trying
Clippers
to.
are playing now.
Oh.
This is an important game. They're, this is.
It's fine.
This defines
No, it's
the
fine.
league.
The
Their
one,
confidence.
the one guy with a career is he's not too worried about the podcast.
He's got a career?
Seems
got a
like it.
career.
You know, he's always making transcripts.
Oh, yeah. He is transcribing.
Now, my name,
gonna happen.
of course, is Brendan Ayer. This is the world-famous Rad Dudecast. You can follow us on Twitter at the Rad Dudecast. Please do that. Rate and review the podcast. That's a great help to our algorithm. Do it on iTunes. Now, I'm here with the co-hosts of the show. Two. I've sort of picked up a little Obama cadence, I think. But two of my greatest...
Two of mine?
Dearest. Two of my greatest and dearest friends. These two mean business. No, I don't know what mean business. I'm here with... Introduce yourself.
Anthony.
DeVito and...
Gregory. Stonery.
Okay, now, important first order of business. And I've got 17 specific orders of business to go through on this podcast.
Fun.
First order of business.
Uh-huh.
We cannot thank you guys enough for coming out to the live show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did we not talk about
No, because we haven't had
this
a
is the
podcast
first one
then.
since, yeah.
It was
yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh, my God.
Guys,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had people fly in
Yeah.
from Texas. We had a couple drive from North Carolina.
Yeah.
It was a blast. We all went out with them afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a phenomenal success for our first live show. We will certainly be doing it again.
Don't meet your heroes, is what I'm going to say. Because I was hanging out all night. People were just like, we want to go home. And I was like, well, I just got more to do. I got more to hang. Then I got too drunk. I was hitting on people. That was very awkward. Then we had one guy. He was going crazy. Let's not talk about him. I was touching a lot of the men who came to the cast.
No,
I
you know
didn't
what?
realize that was happening.
Corey.
You know what?
Not
Yeah.
Corey.
We're going to talk
Griffin.
Oh, he was great.
He's a great guy.
We're going to talk about him because he deserves it. Marco, he's our number one fan.
Oh,
Okay?
oh,
He's-
Marco.
He's a great guy. I think he
Yeah.
feels bad.
Yeah.
We hold nothing against you. So our number one
Yeah.
fan, one of our number one fans, of course, Katie Mears was there, and Urge will always be in our hearts.
Yeah.
But Marco got a little too drunk. He feels bad about it. But you know what, Marco? You're all right, pal.
Yeah.
You're all right. So don't you feel bad about it. No more trying to Snapchat us money or whatever you're up to.
Oh, yeah. I woke up the next morning. He said, what's your PayPal? I was like, what? Because he heckled the whole show. He wanted him to send us money.
He's going to send us money.
Well, that's
Oh.
that shows like deep down, me and you like to be schemesters, but
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
a heart about it. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I was like, no, dude, you're not giving
Just
us
buy
money.
a shirt that I'll never send.
Oh yeah, never mind. You are a schemester deep down. I couldn't believe the amount of people. We had a Q&A session at the
Oh,
live
yeah.
show. Every question was, "Where's my shirt?"
Yeah.
I think people came specifically to face you
Yeah,
about
yeah.
their shirts.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
keep your fingers crossed.
Keep your fingers crossed.
come on.
It should always be the process.
Well, the thing is, I
when you
do
pay
them in
for a
waves.
product.
I do them
Yeah.
in waves. I
Yeah.
get them going real hard, and then I take a week off.
Yeah.
They actually do look great. And I actually
I should
put
probably
in,
just do the rest tomorrow.
I talked to my planner, and I'm gonna come over and do some work with you on them.
Yeah, but then the money's already gone, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, that was awesome. Everybody, you guys are great.
Yeah.
And that was so much
We had
fun.
some fun. I had some fun.
And
We had a great
We got a
time.
new fan.
We got a new fan. We got
Of course, they put the people who don't know us right in the front row.
right in the front. I mean, I was actually really, my heart was warmed. I'll be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I
Me
didn't
too, man.
expect it to be what it was.
Me
where
neither.
People came,
Packed.
traveled to New York to see
Yeah.
us.
It was packed. It was packed.
Yeah, it was.
RDC fans.
And so, look, if you can get, I'd say 20 people, really, we could probably make something happen where you are. If you get 20, 25 people, because we can draw in other people.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
we could do this wherever. If you're seriously interested about it, get at us in the after
In
dark.
your
or-
house.
yeah, well, we can do it. We would do it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
would do a show for not that much money. We're surprisingly affordable.
A surprisingly affordable amount of money if you can just guarantee 20 people. And then we'll do more on top of that.
And
Yeah.
we'll bring real shirts.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then give us somewhere to sleep if it's far away.
Yeah, and a nice
Hotel.
spread.
I love a hot tub.
A spread in a hot tub.
Yeah. So maybe a hot tub would be cool.
Yeah. You know what would be cool?
What?
I was thinking about this. Did I tell you about? I told you about fish, right?
Yeah.
I tried to push that on stage today, and nobody cared.
Fish that they're flying,
They don't know water exists,
they don't know.
so they think they can fly,
Yeah.
and they're
Well,
going
that's
up, and they're going down, and they go to the side. And then this is what I do. Oh, look, I'm gonna go up to the top. Take a look at the space. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna go down the bottom. And then one day they go, a worm. Then they go and they eat a worm, and then right in outer space they get pulled, and they go. Not only am I being pulled in outer space, I've totally lost my ability to fly. The worst time for this to happen. That's what they think.
Well, that's that famous.
That's not famous. That's what I just said. Flo
No,
said
that
something
what
is
you
famous.
said is unique, but there is that famous David Foster Wallace speech, and where there's an old, because there is an old saying about like, an old fish swims by a young fish, and the old fish is like, how's the
Oh, yeah.
water today? And the young fish is like, what's water?
Yeah.
know?
Well, how do the old fish know?
That's a great question.
You know, who taught him?
That's a great
He
question.
probably
I think
got,
when you hit a certain age as a fish, you figure it out. It's like consciousness.
I don't know that you figure out consciousness.
Yep, you do.
I mean, the idea that, Greg, can I tell you, I felt firmly. I said,
Uh-huh.
you know what? When I pointed out, he'll stop watching the basketball game. I really believed it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really believed.
I have stopped.
Do you see this is my emergency water that I'm going to throw on his iPad?
That's my water.
Yeah, it's now my emergency water I'm going to throw on your iPad for watching the game.
I'm not. I haven't really watched the game that much.
Well, then close it so that we all know.
But how will I know the score?
You don't need to know the score. The score of the podcast is you got to be involved.
Okay.
Don't just push it. Close it.
Closing it.
No,
It's
I'll tell
closed.
you what.
It's
You
just-
can keep watching the game if that's
All right.
how you want to. That's what you
No,
wanna do
no,
to your friends.
no, Brendan. No,
keep watching
yeah.
the game.
See, Brendan does that to you. He really guilt trips you
Yeah, he's
into
like my
enjoying yourself.
My mom is the same thing. My mom would say things just like that. She would say, "Oh, I guess you want to see me alone in the streets."
My mom does that too.
And I would go, "Well,
Yeah.
that's why I'm leaving you here."
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a bad mother then, huh?
Yeah.
No, I just told you to recycle.
Yeah.
Moms are pretty much universally both the best and the worst.
Sure.
They're really the greatest, but also they're always pulling stuff.
They're
like
a
that.
bit
Yeah.
much.
They're a bit much.
And
yeah.
I love her, but
Yeah.
it's a bit much already.
Women will get you too.
already.
Women don't have the strength that we have. We have more strength, but they don't have the manipulating powers. Well, some women are stronger than
Wow,
me.
you've been influenced by Trump's America, huh?
No, a lot of
That,
women. Can I finish?
I did. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
A lot of women are stronger than me.
Yes.
But if you go a normal woman who's my size,
Yeah.
I'm probably stronger than.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
have manipulating skills. They can use their saucy ways. They know how to. They could be sweet. They could be sour, and then they get you to do whatever they want. That's their skill.
But you
And
have
I don't have that.
manipulating skills.
But not like that. I can't just look at you. I have manipulating skills. Like I have to get in there and have a plan.
Yeah.
They could just walk up to you and then just go, I'm so thirsty. And then you go, well, let me buy you a drink. They have magic brain powers that control you.
Yeah.
They have mind control.
Yeah, but
And that equals it all out.
yeah, but I think you manipulate. You told me I don't think you really killed that spider.
I did not.
Yeah, I knew you were
I
lying.
knew you didn't.
knew it.
I did not.
I
didn't.
can't
But
believe you
there
would do
is-
that.
There is truth to it. The truth
Yeah.
is, see that dot up there? I thought that was a spider, and I tried to kill it, but it was just dirt.
Oh, okay. Well, then
that
there is
makes
truth to
There
it.
is a lot of dirt in my room. Also,
Yeah.
spiders.
Anthony's thought he had bed bugs, but he's just got a bunch of spider bites because he lives with a bunch of spiders.
I think
Yeah, so Greg
I
tries-
have seen a bunch of spiders
Greg
under
tries
that.
Treat he's with.
In which, really, Anthony's mad about it, but if you ask me, it's the sign of a wonderful friend. Anthony was worried about possibly having bed bugs, so Greg told him, no, when you weren't here, I came in and killed a spider. And that was nice.
To calm his mind.
You calmed his mind. I gotta get
It
some water.
did
Do you
give
want
me
water?
peace of mind.
Oh, I would love
but I
water.
also knew that you didn't kill a spider.
Yeah, I didn't sell it.
You deflected a lot.
I did.
When I said, "Did you really kill that spider?" and you said, "I'm just working on the audio right now. I can't really be bothered with this."
Here's why,
And
too.
I said, "Where'd you kill it?" And you go, "Somewhere around. I gotta really work on the audio." You, unbelievable.
Here's why, though.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to lie to you.
I know.
So I want you to
Appreciate that.
just throw it out there and you accept it and we don't ever come back to it.
Yeah,
And if you think I'm lying, be like, well, maybe he's not lying. Maybe there was a spider that I killed. But I
Yeah.
did think that was a spider.
that patch of dirt.
Oh, and I just saw a mosquito.
What? No,
Yep.
you didn't.
Yes, I did. I just saw one fly right by me.
That is a big lie.
There
you
are
keep
no,
lying.
and this serious.
Impregnable
Impregnable
Donnie.
Donnie.
Yeah,
There was a mosquito, and our house is
yeah.
is
We're loaded with mosquitoes.
loaded with mosquitoes.
This is like our house.
like an
is
African
Cambodia.
refugee.
It really
nice. We did it at
it
the
is.
same time. Yep.
It is.
We should get those safari hats and live in the
Yeah.
those, and
Yeah,
those
yeah,
little
yeah.
shorts
Yeah.
and those beige clothes
Yeah.
and just sit in the living room and watch football.
We got to get those beds with the mosquito nets
I
like
have
they
a-
have in Thailand.
No, we have that.
Oh, we do?
Tita bought a mosquito net last year because it got so bad in our room, but we didn't put it up yet because we can't
Why?
find it. She bought it and we can't find it.
Oh.
But we were like, we're fucking done. We're getting mosquito
Yeah.
nets, and we'll sleep under. We're living in a Zika country, Nigeria.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I always wanted one of those beekeeper outfits.
Is there only Nigeria, or is there a Niger?
There's also a Niger.
There's a Niger.
That's what I thought. Oh, great glass of water.
Yeah.
Because when I was little, I thought that was someone had erased the words for racist sakes.
As an African country?
I thought someone took the other letters off Nigeria, so it just said Niger because they were trying to write.
Oh, I see
racial
what you
slur.
mean. Yeah.
And some guy at the crash, some guy pissed me off.
Oh, man, that's cool. I can't believe you didn't eat anything all day.
I could go for a chicken parm.
Then you
I
should
could always go for
Get
CP.
one.
Yeah, I might order one. I was gonna do it, but I don't have any. I have cash. I don't have cell phone money. You don't have cell phone money.
What do you mean?
I don't have money in the bank
Oh,
account.
your bank account?
I got money in my pocket. I'm cash heavy, and I got no. But I'll just go get it, Mike's. A quarter
You just
over.
order it and then they'll deliver it.
I know, and here's the thing, because all I have on me is $200 bills, which is crazy.
Oh, right.
Actually, 100. I only have one, but I want the crowd to think that I'm doing better than I am.
Yeah.
But last time I had a $100 bill, I called them and I said, "I have $100 bills. You got to bring change." So the guy brought a $100 bill. And I said, "What did you do?"
$100
Yeah,
bill
and I
to
went,
you?
"Why did you do?" I said, "Why? What scenario would this be the solution? What could I possibly have that you would have to give me a
man.
$100 bill?"
Solution.
Yeah.
There is nothing.
That is so
Because
funny.
even if you had, even by off chance you had a rare $1,000 bill,
Yeah.
100 wouldn't be change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You owe me $979.
Yeah,
If I'm paying
it
with
made-
a $1,000 bill.
No sense. And I was furious. And I told you the move I do, Brendan.
What's
that I don't
that?
like to go down to the store, down to the door to let them in. If I'm ordering takeout, the place is already halfway down the block. So I don't want to go downstairs and let them in. So I buzz them in so they come up to the door, to the second
That's
floor.
standard operating procedure.
But I feel bad, so I have a wheelchair and I put myself in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I have seen him do this. He's
Yeah.
got all kinds of tricks for the delivery guy to make it seem like he's in a rush. He does all these weird things beforehand.
I open the door and they go, hang on, and I do a whole thing, and then I come in the wheelchair.
He does this whole
sit
song
down,
and dance.
right.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
fun.
Can you imagine the delivery guy as he's walking away? He goes, "Oh man, that poor guy with a wheelchair living in a apartment with no elevator or ramp, just stairs.
Yeah.
That's real."
Oh man.
Now here's the thing too. I'm a good tipper. This is what I believe in. Now I usually order a $5 sandwich, and I'll give the guy a $5 tip.
That's great.
And sometimes he'll do a move where he'll like try to give me like not like one day I ordered a $7 sandwich, and he was like, he was like pretending like he didn't have change, and I was like, give me my fucking change, right? And he gives me the $3, and then I give him two more. I give him 3 plus 2, and I give him a 5. But like, you have to give me my change.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this move where you just are assuming you're getting a good tip.
Right.
And I gave him a better tip than he was supposed to have.
Right.
But don't just come out here like you're just going to take my money.
No.
You give me my money, and then I give you a tip.
Right.
Yeah,
right?
That sounds pretty
I
good.
think so. I mean,
Even exchange.
Even exchange. Doesn't apply there, really. That's fine.
Yeah. I was in and out on that one.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll talk to you about tipping, Brendan.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Anthony about tipping. He doesn't understand it because he's never worked in the service industry. He's never had to. Neither of you. You only worked in the.
What are you talking about? I've worked in 7 restaurants. I grew up working in restaurants.
Yeah.
Worked in the Yorkville Cafe.
Really?
Worked in Zaza. Worked in Panini's. Come on,
Oh, you made
man.
those up. Paninis?
Yes. In Cleveland. I
He-
always
in a
talked
bunch
about
of
this.
places
You
too.
worked. No.
Yeah, I've told you
I
7
did.
times on this very
Fish
podcast
factory.
about the guy
The
trying to
Sycamore Grove.
the guy trying to steal the cash box.
Freak Frank's.
That wasn't.
House of
That
Ales.
was you were a bouncer.
No, I was the bar back at a restaurant, and
Yes.
they had a
And you were ever a waiter?
what? No, I was never promoted. I was a career busboy. Career bus. But I was the best.
Oh, of course.
I was the best there's ever been.
I used to do a move with the bus tubs. You know those bus tubs?
Yeah.
Those-
Do I know them? I lived in one for a year practically.
I used to jump on them and surf them down the steps because like did steps and you could just
This is a-
slide right down. I swear to God.
Certainly a
those
thing that you've misremembered.
No,
You've
that was absolutely
convinced
true.
yourself you've done this.
Yeah, there was only 4 steps to Fridays and
4.
Wayne.
I thought you were just like coming like a
No.
DuckTales type move, like down a spiral staircase.
No, not a spiral. No, and I'm not Legolas.
I know
Legolas.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He went down on that.
Those are they're like a basin. Those bus
A
pans?
basin, yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
They're brown usually.
We didn't
Sometimes
where I
gray.
worked. We didn't
I go
call
black.
them that.
You didn't work in a restaurant.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I
And
did.
was
Tell
it
me
in
about
Hawaii?
Freak Frank's House of Ales.
Actually, that's a lie. But you were a bartender.
Oh yeah, I was.
So you actually were.
So I did.
And you forgot.
You
And you were going
forgot.
to make something else up.
And
But the
you
truth is,
lied.
you were. So,
And said it
You're
was
fine.
Freak Frank's House of Ale.
yeah.
I said it before too, but no one heard me.
I hear everything.
Yeah.
Also, I got new headphones here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's changing the game. 'Cause
Really?
Yeah.
Really
it's probably better. Or it's worse. Who knows?
So what were you guys talking about working in a restaurant for?
Because I wanted to talk about tipping.
Oh right, yeah.
We need to start letting people tip before. You should tip before you get your meal.
I
you know?
said that's a good idea. You told me this the other day.
Yeah.
I thought this was a great idea.
Because why this idea that you get to turn off that iPad, Anthony?
I thought you
It's
said that.
distracting for me to talk to you when you're on
You
an iPad.
said that I had never worked in a restaurant, so I wasn't involved in this.
I'm looking at you in your eyes. That's how you know you're involved. There is
Can I
no.
say,
What?
I just interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I lost the juice now.
Well, I
wanted
think
to
you were
say-
just getting mad at him.
No, I wanted to talk about my tipping theories.
Oh no, we're gonna get to the tipping theories, but I gotta interject here.
Uh-huh.
Any other podcast in the world, if you're sitting there participating in a podcast
Yeah.
and just open an iPad and start watching a basketball game, it's the behavior of a lunatic.
Yeah.
It's literally a spit in our face.
A smack in
You
the
think I
face.
wouldn't love to watch a basketball game? I'd love to watch anything.
I got 5 X-Men movies I could be watching.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, X-Men Apocalypse, I give it a solid B. It was a B.
Really?
Yeah, it was
didn't
better
see
than I
it.
thought it would be. I got it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I do this now. Oh, sorry. I just say that I go on Facebook and I go, who's got a digital download code for me? And someone will go, hey, I bought the movie. Here's a digital code. And they gave it to me. So now I have the movie. So if you want to watch it, I got
Wow, I can't believe it works like that.
it. Some people will do that for you. I'll do it to somebody else if I got it. Digital
That's
download.
great.
But yeah, it was a B.
What's that one
Good
about?
to
Have I
hear.
seen that? one?
Apocalypse. It came out last year.
It's Apocalypse. He
Oh, yeah, I
comes
saw
back to Earth.
Who did?
Apocalypse comes back to Earth, and he fights all the X-Men, and then somebody dies. Important.
I mean, you just made that up, and it couldn't be more on the nose.
Really?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about.
No, because I saw it, I think. And that isn't what it was about.
Yeah, Apocalypse comes back to Earth, but not really Earth. He's Egyptian, so he comes back from underground.
Yeah,
All right,
I
but he
saw
comes
it.
back.
Yeah, he
Sure.
does come
I-
back,
Man, that's crazy.
and then somebody dies.
Yeah, I did
Wow.
see
Yeah, it does kind
I
of hit
did
a lot
see
of.
it.
That's kind of what happened to The Godfather too, if you think about it. Comes back from retirement. Yeah. So anyway, someone gets to become a boss. You're a boss. That's
Wait.
kind of weird when you're tipping. You give this guy their power, and they get to go. Well, I'll decide how much you earned.
Yeah, but that's because that's what tipping is. It's a discretionary bonus.
But it's not a bonus; it's the full pay.
Well, that's what's ridiculous. That's why people in Europe and other countries think our system is bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freak Frank, when I worked there,
Yeah.
he hated it.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. He wouldn't let people tip. He wouldn't let them.
He wouldn't let him.
Nope.
And he didn't pay anybody.
Yeah. Wasn't a well-run business.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I like the idea that you were saying about you tip first.
Yeah, you tip first. Then let them know you're balling. You know, take care of me. You're going to get taken care of.
Yeah.
You take care of me. I
Yeah.
give you 5% now, 15% later.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, here's the 5. You get the rest if you get my meatballs out on time.
I do a thing that's similar to what you do,
Uh-huh.
where I tip. Every time he comes to the table, I tip a little more.
Yeah.
So I'm building them up.
Yeah.
Building them up.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And then
Yeah.
when I leave, I go to the manager, or I say, ask to speak to the owner, and I say, I think that kid, the waiter, stole $20 from me.
And then what happens?
They get it back. I said,
Oh, that's good.
check his pocket. And the kid said, he was tipping me. He was tipping me every time I come to the table. I said, oh, I was tipping you every
What
time
world, sir?
you came to
Yeah.
the table.
Uh-huh.
What is that?
Yeah.
Who has ever done that?
Well, when so then if the manager says something like, well, how did he steal the money from you? How did he get into your wallet?
What? And I say, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. That guy's got nimble fingers like a little squirrel that's been trained to play the piano.
Yeah.
A virtuoso, if you will.
Did I tell you guys about evolution? I hate to just move on.
Well, I hate for you not to, because please, I'm very interested.
This is another thing I was thinking about, right? And I also, unfortunately, everything I say, I immediately scream it out. And Anthony's here, so he hears it all first. I think about evolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was arguing with this guy who doesn't think evolution is real. And then I'm looking at myself, I say, we were watching evolution right now with, don't interrupt me yet, because you're going to want to, because this is going to be so hot to talk about. We're watching evolution right now with technology. You know what I mean? If you think about it, first there was the light bulb. That was the amino acid that came from the sea that was a lizard and now has eyes. You know, now we have the iPhone, and now we're soon going to have artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And all that stuff was survival of the fittest. Is a cassette player still alive? Is it still around? No. It's been evolved out. So once we hit AI, then it's going to be thinking, and then they'll start creating themselves. But we're legitimately watching technology evolve into life in front of our eyes, the same way humans evolved to life in front of our eyes.
So what do you think about that, Brendan?
I think this. I think it's an interesting analogy.
No, it's what's happening.
It's absolutely what's happening to technology.
Uh-huh.
It is. But the fact that what's happening to technology is also what happened to humans doesn't logically follow that proves that humans evolved. You know what I mean? If you're presenting it to that guy as the argument, so therefore humans evolved.
Sure.
Because
so
I'm
you're
seeing with
saying-
technology, it doesn't necessarily mean, because yes, technology is evolving in the exact way we evolved, and I
Uh-huh.
believe in evolution.
Uh-huh.
But if you're arguing with the guy who doesn't believe in evolution, that's not necessarily proof. That's just saying You're just giving another example. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? Like,
Real quick.
just because we're seeing it now doesn't mean it happened the same way.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's like saying, I got a red shirt, and you say, well, we clearly went to the store that bought a red shirt. It's like, well, I bought it at another store.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like saying,
Was it exactly?
no, I don't think so. No, it's like saying, no. What your argument is essentially would be the same as like if somebody says, well, global warming, the world's getting hotter, and then you can say, well, that pizza in the oven right now is getting hotter. But
that's what's saying. The argument people say things don't get hotter. And you go, look, that's getting hotter. People think that evolution doesn't exist at all.
Oh, well,
it's like we're literally watching
crazy.
evolution
They don't
happen.
think evolution exists at all.
Yeah, I'm saying they're thinking.
I
You got to get out of bed. You can't just go to sleep.
What are you talking about?
As we're talking about this, Anthony got up,
propping his pillow,
left, came right back. James came in the room, gave us a black power fist. All this is happening while we're trying to have an evolution. Who has to do this with a podcast?
Nobody.
Who has to deal
Lots of people.
with people watching basketball games?
Yeah, lots of people.
Lots of people.
Yep. What's it called? What's the biggest podcast? What's that Revolutionary War one?
The
Revolutionary War. That's the big. You mean Hardcore History with Dan Carlin?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. That guy. You ever listen to that?
Yes, I don't think you do.
Yeah.
That guy. The studio is crazy over there. They got all kinds of gunfire and knife fights and stuff. So we got a pretty good ship going here. If that's all you're worried about is me
No, that's not all I'm worried about. That's one of the things I'm worried about.
watching a basketball game.
I'm worried about
James
so many things.
James was Brendan locked the top lock, so James couldn't
No,
get
I
in.
didn't. He came in after me.
Well, somebody locked the top lock.
I never would lock the top lock.
Well, somebody did.
Tita did it.
Maybe Tita did
Or
because
maybe Tita did.
Maybe you did.
I could have too. Let's not discount me.
I never touch another man's lock. I never would. I never have.
My phone is
But
gone.
the big point that I'm trying to make is that I had to let James in, and then I was checking my pillows for bed bugs.
Again,
Yeah,
I already checked them.
I didn't see any.
Did you think I didn't check them? Because I did check them for real.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wasn't sure because that
Don't
spider
talk
incident.
loud
Oh, right.
because
Yeah.
James is going to think you're bed bugs.
Anyway,
He's
so
very-
let's get back to the evolution thing. Run me through that from the beginning.
You can't. We have listeners that have just heard it. We can't just do it again.
But that seemed pretty dense. They probably want to hear it again. They probably couldn't grasp it the first time.
they want to unpack it.
They want back it.
No, man.
Brendan, what did you have to say about that? Because Greg told me this the other night, and I said, that's good. What did you say?
I think it's a really excellent
Analogy.
analogy and a demonstration of evolution.
Right.
I don't think it necessarily. I mean, look, you don't have to convince me. I believe in evolution. I think it's scientifically proven,
Sure.
but it doesn't necessarily as a proof. It doesn't hold because it's like just because one thing happens doesn't necessarily mean just because we're watching technology evolve doesn't mean we evolved the same way. So if you're using it as a proof, it's like they could be like, well, yeah, technology is evolving, but that doesn't mean we did that, like.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they're saying I don't believe in any evolution, well, then you can say that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Do you think violence is ever
Violence.
an answer?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Almost always. Exclusively.
When?
No, but in honesty, I do think it is an answer.
When?
If your family or close friends their lives are threatened, you're in immediate danger. You're maybe if you feel itchy one day.
Oh, just itching to.
Yeah, if you're itching, that's
itching to
unpleasant, man.
Itching to fight somebody.
Yeah, well, you're just itching. Your skin's itchy, and your face gets real hot, and you have to, punch someone.
Pop somebody in the nose.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever have those dreams where you punch somebody and it doesn't hurt them?
When you started
Yeah.
that, it sounded like you were about to sing that. Ever since the day what's that song?
Yeah, it was. I know.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what song you're talking about.
Ever since the day Yeah, it sounded like he was starting a
What
song.
is that? What is
I
that?
don't
Big
know, it's-
Rich?
What song is that? I know that song. I know what song it is. You're giving me.
You know what I'm talking about?
Fuck.
Every now and again, I'll be going down the park.
See, I don't want to do what we normally do, which was we would create a song here.
No, because I really am thinking
there is a song.
Ever since the day
my baby left me.
Anthony, you scum of the earth.
I'm going to throw this water on you anyway.
Cool him down. Cool him off. That
is always funny to me to throw water on somebody.
I know. I always think that's funny, too.
Because then they were wet.
Wet them up.
Because it doesn't hurt anybody.
No, it's just
is
irritating.
And it is vulgar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is intrusive.
Yeah.
I agree.
You
man.
just made me wet.
You made me wet, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I had a dream the other night. It was crazy.
What's happened? What happened in that one?
I had a dream that I was in a Secret Service.
Oh yeah.
But we weren't protecting president. We were protecting. Chevy was putting out like a new car.
Yeah.
And I had to it was something to do with like the industry and the government, so we had to protect people from knowing what this prototype was. But I also fell in love with this girl. I don't know, and she had like really nice legs.
Oh, I have a great Secret Service story.
Oh, do you?
That reminded me of. There's a famous thing. Let me look it up so I get it exactly right. It's crazy.
Yeah?
Oh, it's crazy.
Oh,
it's the craziest thing you've ever heard.
I love that.
About Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson. Did you know there was a president who was only president for a day?
Oh, the guy that died? No, he wasn't president for a day.
He wasn't. He didn't die. One of the presidents didn't want to be sworn in on a Sunday. So one guy ended office, and then somebody who I guess like they're blower than the president was president for Sunday, and then and then the next guy was president.
See, that's a dream come true to me.
President for a day.
President for a day is great. I would never. 4 years is crazy. 1 day, perfect.
Oh, also, if you're listening to this podcast, we don't ever promote it anymore, but join the Rad Dudecast After Dark. It's our Facebook group, and we like to go in there.
Absolutely do, and we do promote it.
Do we?
Yeah, but you should join it. I said it at the beginning of today's.
You mentioned it, but you didn't tell people what it was, and that they should join it. And there's not that many people in there. For the amount of listeners we have, there's not that many people in there, so you get a lot of FaceTime with the gang.
Whatever, we'll give you anything you want.
Oh yeah,
you get a lot of FaceTime. What else is there? And this Sunday, I hate to promote something in the middle of it, but this Sunday, if you're interested in seeing Anthony and I perform, we're performing at QED. We're doing half hours, so if you could come, that'd be great. We'd love for somebody to come. People will come.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But come. I have to go up first, Anthony. I have an Eastville spot because the guy doesn't goddamn listen to me. And I told him I can't do Sunday, and he said, "Yeah, all right, here's a spot Sunday," and I can't tell him no, so I got to 9:15. So our show's at 7:30.
Yeah.
So I figure you get up, perform, get out of there.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of there.
Okay,
and then you go up.
That sounds good.
Is that all right?
Sounds good to me, man.
Also, we usually like to tell people to send us pictures of their boobs. Not today. If you want, that's fine. Bring me marijuana.
What?
To a show. Because I don't have any.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Is that bad to say?
No.
But also, if you want to
bring Greg drugs.
I'm not getting any dick pics anymore from guys, which I'm kind of happy that stopped.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah. I tried, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to make myself like it.
A couple of those. Racy.
Yeah. Didn't do anything. I told you. Go ahead.
What kind of crew were you getting those from?
From the Rad Dudecast. When the Rad Dudecast started, we had a lot crazier listeners.
I'll take a fun-loving
I was getting
pick.
I was getting buttholes, and I was getting a lot of men showing me their dick.
Okay, so you know what it is? We don't talk about our Snapchats anymore.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Radical, MisterRadical, Mr. Radical.
Mr. Radical. What's mine? Greg Stone? Greg F. Stone.
Wasn't it Party Time Go?
No, don't do Party Time Go. I lost the password to that, and I didn't know the email, and I can't recover it. So I think it's Greg F. Stone.
Where's your phone charger, Anthony? My phone just died, but I remember the story.
But we have nowhere to plug it in, Brendan.
Well, I'll find a place.
I am...
do you have a charger?
Kim Jong-un at Snapchat.com.
What's your Lyndon Johnson story?
Well, I gotta find.
What happened was that? What was going on there?
He liked to dominate people. He was kind of a jerk.
So, what do you mean sexually?
Just scare people and be he was big. He was physically big.
He's from Texas.
Yeah. But there's a famous story where Secret Service guy, a young Secret Service guy, Lyndon Johnson had to piss real bad in public, like they were at some field or something. and the Secret Service guy goes to stand to watch him and also to shield him from cameras and stuff, you know. And Lyndon Johnson just started pissing on his leg, and the guy goes, "Oh, Mr. President, you're pissing on my leg," and he goes, "That's all right, son. It's my prerogative." Like a lunatic.
What a jerk off.
I don't like him now.
Yeah, of course. That's. I mean, well, also, a lot of people think he was in on killing Kennedy.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah, he's the one who took
he's
over.
The one who took over.
I was thinking of
Andrew Jackson?
No. I was thinking of the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh,
Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
He was in a wheelchair, fat guy in a bathtub, couldn't get him out because he got stuck in a bathtub.
Is that Taft?
I think that's
Taft.
a different guy.
There's
yeah.
a fat
Taft.
president. Fat president. I like a fat president.
Taft was a roly-poly fella.
Yeah.
I like a fat president. I like a fat anything. I do. And I'll say this. I had a fat girl sit next to me on the train today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's offensive. It's what we are. So it's not offensive. Some of us are fat.
Okay.
Some of us aren't. Strawberry isn't an insult. It's just not chocolate.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. All right.
I had a...
All right.
I had this fat woman next to me on the train today, and she smelled. Again, not an insult. It is what it is. It was disgusting, and she wouldn't move over. And I said, I just sat next to her, and I didn't really care. That's sometimes I think I got more to a story, and I just don't have it.
Yeah, I was going to say I was prepared to take your side that none of this was insulting until it turns out those two things were the only things you were going to tell us about the story.
It was a very big woman.
Now, maybe insulting.
Why is it insulting? I'm just telling you two things that happened. If you said, what happened at 3:55 p.m., well, I would have to tell you. And what are those things? A fat woman sat next to me who smelled putrid. Like a homeless person.
You've nailed me with the 355 argument.
Here's another thing, too. I've been calling... You ever do this move where you say a thing and then realize... And I'm talking a lot. I apologize. You come in if you're ready.
This is great. I like when you talk.
You come up with a name for someone and then realize that name's already taken. And then you realize, well, you've already been saying it out loud. I started calling homeless people homos. And I realized, well, that doesn't work.
No, they've taken that one.
Yeah, that one is...
I said, we got to give money to all the homos. And they're like, what? And I go, no, homeless people. That's what you say, you homos.
I feel like I rarely hear homo anymore, though.
Homo's fun.
Homo?
Homo?
I never.
You're a fucking bunch of homos.
Yeah.
No, people used to love to say homo.
Yeah, I know. They used to love it, but no one
They
really...
used to love homo.
They used to love it, yeah.
Look at these homos.
Literally,
Homo's gone.
just died 2 weeks ago, and nobody realized it. That's like the Trinity Halloween costume.
Yeah.
You know, it's just old enough that
Rip
it's
homo.
Homo.
I even think if someone said that, like a younger person would be like, what?
Yeah.
What is that?
Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flanagan just was telling me he stopped saying no homo. He's working on it.
Oh, yeah. I never really cared because I don't believe in sexual orientations.
I agree.
It is what you are. We should be working towards ultimate satisfaction.
What was it? Sexual bedlam.
Sexual bedlam is what I believe in.
You gotta write books on sexuality.
I know.
I think
sucks
it'd be
I'm in a
fun.
relationship sucks I'm in a relationship with someone who is won't let me test my theories. Get a couple guys in there, get a couple alligators in there.
I've told you 1,000,000 times I'll come in there.
I have no problem with that.
Anthony will come in there.
Oh, sure.
I do just want to test out the waters.
Right.
Just to know what that feeling is like.
Well, why don't you let me and Anthony watch you have sex? That'll be a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good
I'll draw the room.
Yeah.
No.
And I'll whistle.
Lady is not into that. I'm
You
not
never
really.
know.
I'm not
Tina
into
might
that
like that.
either, but
She asked me once privately.
see, what I want to do is,
Yeah.
you want to do a move where, like, you know how you set a table on top of you set a table, and then you put a bunch of glasses on it, and you pull the.
You yank the tablecloth
You
out.
yank it off. That's what I want to do with sexuality. Is where I would have sex with two men and a woman, and then the woman leaves.
Then you yank her out like a tablecloth.
You yank her out. Now you're just with the guy.
You've gone gay without even knowing it.
I don't believe in gay.
You believe,
but if you don't believe in it, here's
a
the thing.
magical
you do believe
Thursday
in it.
night.
If you didn't believe in it, you wouldn't need the tablecloth. You would just go right into it.
We've been conditioned to believe in gay, and I'm trying to I'm trying to undo my wiring.
Yeah.
I want to undo the wiring.
Is you do like you get struck by lightning or something.
Well, that's a trick. I don't know how to do that.
No, like an old-fashioned way to rewire. You get struck by lightning,
or I just get one of those cardiac things and just jam it in my brain.
Yeah, something like that.
To reset the. What's he doing? He's trying to be sexually fun.
Once there's this famous psychiatric
defibrillators on my head.
Study from like the 1800s of this guy who was like the meanest, worst guy that everyone hated, and he was a railroad worker, and he accidentally got a railroad spike driven into his head.
Yeah.
Became the nicest guy anyone's ever met.
It's
Everyone
true.
loved him.
That's what I mean.
That's how I do that.
Yeah, it just went ththrough whatever the bad part was.
Yeah.
You know the pedophile
Isn't that
story.
weird?
No.
There's the guy who, and this is a true story. I did when I did my research, and there's a guy who was married and had children, and he found himself being attracted to children, and he told his wife, and he said, "I don't know what's going on. I'm finding myself being sexually attracted to children." They went to the doctor. The doctor did a brain scan. He had a tumor in his brain.
Right.
They removed it. He no longer was attracted to children. 5 or 6 years later, he starts getting the feeling again. The tumor came back.
Jesus.
It's like it's a real. All this shit is just real wiring fuck-ups.
That's so crazy to me, and I know it's real in that the brain is a physical organ, so it has these parts which it's like, well, that controls impulse, that controls.
Yeah.
So it's like, if something happens to that one part, you are a different human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as evil. There is what works in society and what does not work in society. And I believe that certain people, their wiring makes them do things that is not appropriate for a good society. Like stealing and pedophiles and rapists and killers. These are just, and we throw evil on them just like we throw God on science that we don't understand. We don't understand where, whatever. Oh, well, that's God. Well, we don't understand why a human would be so vile. It's evil. It's like, well, that's not evil. It's a wiring problem that we don't know enough about the brain to really figure out why that is.
Well, we're learning a lot now about the brain.
Yes, in this podcast.
That's why I always get, because I agree with you 100%, I think. And that doesn't mean, for those listeners at home, that for me to be saying I don't necessarily judge those people, doesn't mean I don't think they should be locked up. They need to be locked up for the safety of society.
Yes.
That's not the point. The point is that if you were born with the same brain as a murderer, the same brain, the same upbringing, because upbringing and outward forces do play a role, but a lot of times it's a brain. If you were born with that brain and put in those circumstances, you would do the same exact thing. It's just luck. It's just how you were born, your wiring, your environment.
The wheel.
And so that one thing that's always bothered me a little bit is like when a judge, like at the end of during the sentencing portion of a trial, when they do their whole lecture, it's like, dude, the punishment is jail.
Yes.
Like you don't need to. There's nothing really gained by you being like, you're the most evil man that's ever come before. I hope you. It's like, what? That's not your job. You preside over the trial.
Yeah.
And you send him to jail, and that's the punishment. He's taken out of society.
Yeah.
And really, I don't know. It's because I don't by any means. A pedophile disgusts me. That stuff disgusts me. But I do understand that it's like, but for a crazy stroke of luck.
Yeah.
A crazy stroke of bad luck, any of us could be there. You could have that fucked up brain.
You could have that tumor.
It's like...
And you weren't grounded enough to fight it.
Like, put it this way. Nobody's like, oh, boy, I'd love to get into that. Like,
I don't want to kid and go, I want to do that.
Yeah. No,
but I know it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stealing, I go, I would love to have that.
Right.
But there's a thing that says society says don't, so I don't steal. But with pedophilia, it's not like, oh, I still want that kid. Yeah. But society is saying no. No, there is no urge to have that. It's the same thing with gay. When people would go look at gay, but gay is clearly is okay. It's accepted, because it doesn't hurt anybody else. But we look at gay, people are like, well, I ain't gay. It's like if you were gay, you wouldn't act that way.
Right.
You'd love all the dicks. You want all the dicks coming in your mouth. You love them. Get them in there. You want them.
Yeah.
And with enough, I do believe in electroshock, that Pence believes that you could change gays. I believe you could do it with straight people. I'm going to try, like Anthony said, try to electrocute myself gay.
We should try and electrocute Pence gay.
Yeah. Reshock the brain, like Anthony said.
Whatever his machine
That's what
is.
I'm talking about.
Whatever his machine is, flip it around.
Yeah. Reverse the polarity.
Yeah.
Turn him into a rainbow jockey.
Rainbow jockey.
That's what I call him.
That's funny.
All right, I must go.
What? Really?
I've got 2 hours of jiu-jitsu tomorrow morning. 2 hours, and then I'm going to Cleveland.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes of full episode.
Yeah, I do have 15 minutes. Yeah,
15 minutes. We got a full.
I made a big speech about how I could only do a 40.
I'll be honest. I'm having such a great time. I think this is one of the best episodes we've ever done.
I'm having a wonderful time.
This
I really
is 40 minutes long?
45.
Oh, wow. We far exceeded expectations.
I'll spray this bug spray in your eyes.
Will you?
Yeah.
I will spray it right in your eyes.
Why?
Because of your the failure to pay attention. It's an abject failure.
I was paying attention the whole time.
You want to go to a diner with me after this?
I am a little sleepy, but maybe.
I got to get a chicken parm.
Oh, yeah.
Perk up, boy.
I do want to watch the rest of this basketball game. Why don't you order the chicken parm?
Well, are they going to bring me another $100 bill?
I have a $20 bill.
I've got 100.
Okay, man. Well, I have a...
That's more.
That's more than you have.
Yeah.
How's that coat treating you?
That's also all I have. And then I'm dead. What?
How's that coat treating you?
What's fucking hilarious about that coat that you bought me? Let's fill the audience in. You bought me the exact jacket that my brother wears every day since he was 14.
It's a great jacket.
It's a great jacket. It's one of those flight jackets.
Yeah.
And I used to wear them back when I used to be straight edge. I haven't had one.
It's a bomber, baby.
Bomber, yeah. That's what I used to have when I used to have patches on it that would say straight edge. And for my brother's wedding, he got me black Doc Martens. I am right back into being a skinhead.
This is great. This is
not a
great.
Nazi skinhead.
Not a Nazi skinhead.
What? I didn't get a jacket.
No, we're getting you one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, green
We're
one.
trying to scratch together some funds.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Brendan
it
just
depends
paid for
on your
mine
behavior.
outright.
So that's good.
Yours because he doesn't like you because you don't treat him with the respect I treat him with.
You can't win all your wars,
I can.
I don't go to war, I say.
So what were you guys talking about? You were talking about evolution, and then the last thing?
I mean, that was 30
That was
minutes ago.
35 things ago. You guys watching Black Mirror? I can't recommend it highly enough.
I didn't see season 2, so please don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it. Can we, if you don't mind, I was going to do an episode of Brendan's Recommendation Corner.
Yeah, then I'd like to do one.
Okay.
Our room is an octagon. We have so many corners.
Okay. I mean, as far as I can tell. Yeah.
Like the Jets
Brendan's
corner.
Recommendation Corner. Recommendation 1, Black Mirror on Netflix.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Loved it.
Yeah.
Recommendation 2, Moonlight. Everyone in the
Everyone's
country's
like,
got to
I see
see
this.
it tomorrow.
That's that movie with
Share.
Yeah.
Share.
It?
Who?
Yep. Moonstruck.
Oh, that's Moonstruck.
No,
I did the same bit with him
Moonlight,
on Facebook.
man. Moonlight.
Is this about racial tensions?
Yes, but it's wonderful.
It's
It's
very hard
sad.
for me.
It's heartbreaking. It's beautiful. It's a must-see.
I have to go see that in the movies?
Yes, tomorrow.
What about The Arrival?
I've heard that's fantastic also,
No, I have
but
to
I
see
haven't
both.
seen that yet. Is that out yet?
The Arrival?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out.
I don't think it's out.
No, it is. 2
I
days
heard
in a row I was trying to see it.
In that movie, aliens come to space, and they make white people slaves, and then the black guys look at them, and they go, "What's up?" And they go, "What's up?" And they pound it out, and then white people are slaves, and then black people and everything race is equal again. And I hate slavery, and I hate racism. I'll go on record with that.
Go on,
Glad
record.
you said something.
That's bold.
I have. So Moonlight, I got to go
Yeah,
see
what other
that.
recommendations?
You must.
And
And Black Mirror, fantastic
Yeah,
as
I
per
watched.
usual.
I'm almost done with the second season.
Yeah.
Or the whatever this season is.
Trying to think if I saw anything else I'd recommend. No, that's it. Brendan's
I've
recommendation
been
corner
watching.
over. Now, what's this corner you said you had going?
Yeah, I've got a recommendation corner of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. That's really it sounds a lot like my segment. But
Yeah. I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
And that's been Anthony's recommendation corner. Another fantastic
Yep.
segment.
Anthony's recommendation corner was, I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I don't know how to say.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Well, then you have to do your own recommendation corner.
That's not what I would recommend, though.
Oh, well, then there you have it.
If you're not going to do a segment, I got another segment.
I want to do a segment. Oh. You do your other segment, then I'll come up with a segment.
Okay, this is Brendan's Blast from the Past.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. What's this about?
Blast from the Past.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember those little guys? They were little, like, rubber guys?
Yep, Muscle Men.
Muscle Men.
Mhm.
Oh, I loved Muscle Men.
Don't talk about toys. You know I'll get there real quick.
Yeah.
Muscle Men were great. We're all with one color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battle
that-
Beasts were great, too. Did you have those? Battle Beasts were little animals?
No, I had them, but
They
This is
were
kinda-
great.
What?
it's kind of Brendan's Blast from the Past.
Yeah, I know. But I love talking about toys.
Anyway, that's been another episode of Brendan's Blast from the Past.
All right. Can I do one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why not?
Curtain Call with Anthony Watkins.
What is that?
It's well, you call him up, and he gives you curtains at a discount.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Sometimes I just throw out words, and I hope to God they make sense.
Yeah, it seems like your segment was sort of more of a description of just a guy you call and he gives you curtains.
Well, I saw the curtain on
I
the wall,
definitely saw you looking at the curtains.
and I said curtain, and then I saw Anthony, and I said Anthony, and I thought Jess Watkins, our friend, and I said, oh, I could do a call out, and then we'll go. Shout out to my brother who got married, huh?
Yeah, that's
Love
fantastic.
you, Joe. Yeah, great wedding. What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful bride. I gave a killer speech. Standing ovation.
Of course.
Standing ovation.
Of course.
People got sad. It was emotional, and then I brought home mad funny,
Yeah.
and then I tried to do all those bits at an open mic, and none of them got any laughs. Best man speech doesn't work outside of a wedding.
No, it's very hard.
Did you try it at a show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't get any laughs.
What'd they say?
They said, we don't know who this guy is. And I said, well, if you know him, you'd love him.
You'd love him.
Oh, you guys got to promote anything?